Hey everybody, this is Kofi here. Last video I showed you guys how to move the player on the floor using the AWSD or player inputs. Today I'm going to show you how to use the OnTriggerEnter function, and this will allow you to uh, just damage your enemies, or you could use it to pick up items or collide with objects within Unity or in your game. So let's get started. So if you want to know how to move the box or the player around, you could just watch the last tutorial video. But today I'm going to show you guys. I'm not a player, right? So first, I'm going to create two cubes. We'll call this. I'm going to make it here. I'm going to call this. Oh, I want to turn this off first so that it will save. Okay, here we go. I'm going to make cube here. I'm going to call it, say, enemy 1. How about that? Enemy 1. And in order for the OnTriggerEnter function to work, you have to have a box collider. That's what's going to refer to. If you do not have a box collider, just click Add Component, go to Physics, Box Collider, and there you go. And you have to check this is trigger function. And what I mean by why do you have to check this is trigger function, because if you don't check this is trigger function, then the player will bounce off this box, and I'll show you what I mean, but watch. Okay, I'm gonna try to touch the box. See this? I cannot. It won't let me go through the box. So unless you want your enemy, you want to bump into your enemy, you don't want to go through them, then you don't check that box. But say if I was holding a sword or something, you want the sword to kind of like go through the enemy to damage it. Then once it damages it, in our script, we'll say minus 10 health, and if he has 0 health, we'll just destroy the enemy. So watch what happens when I check this box. It will allow my player to go through it. See that? So we want to check this box. Also, make sure your player has a box collider as well, because without these box colliders, you will not be able to use the OnTriggerEnter function. Okay? So we're going to add a rigid body because I want the enemy to be touching the floor. We'll add a rigid body. Okay, we'll let that. Okay, all right. And I want to check this. All right, that's all we need here. That's all we're going to need here. Oh, I forgot one more thing. We got to give him a tag. So this tag will indicate once when the player touches this enemy, we want it to know that, oh, hey, this is an enemy. So we're going to create a new tag. We're going to add component. I'm going to call this enemy. Okay, that'll be the tag. All right, then click back on your enemy. Click on tag. There you go. Now he's tagged as an enemy. So that's all we need here. Okay, now let's go to the script. So here's the old player script that I wrote last time for the last video. And so we're going to create a new function. Call it private void on trigger enter. Okay, don't put 2D here. So if you put 2D here, then that's for a 2D box collider, and in order for that to work, then you need to go to here, add physics. Oh, sorry about that, it's kind of loading here. There we go. Okay, you put no, you go to this one. There you go. That's it for the 2D. But since we're in 3D, you want the 3D box. You just want to leave at box collider, so that automatically knows it's the 3D box collider. So we'll leave it as that. Okay. So we're gonna use an if statement. And if you don't know what's an if statement, I'll probably make a later tutorial to show you how to use an if statement. But for now, just copy as I do. So the parameter we'll be entering is collider, and this collider is referring to this box collider of the enemy. Okay, let's go back. So we're going to go if other, which is referring to the enemy object, dot tag. Remember how we add the tag at first? Now we're going to access this tag is equal to enemy. You have to write exactly this. Whatever this is, this enemy tag, you right here, has to match the tag that you named for the enemy, or else this is not going to work. Also, I want to say another thing. when you type this on enter trigger, you have to type it exactly capital O, lowercase n, capital T, or and has he typed exactly like this, because when I first started, I put this. I spelled it like this, and I thought, you know, Unity would know, but apparently this will be considered something else. It won't even know what on trigger enter is unless the built-in one is exactly written this way. So remember, if it's not working, try checking if you typed it exactly correct. Even if this was a lowercase o, this entire function will not work. It'll think that it's a whole new function you're writing. You're adding a parameter collider, which is not what we want. We want the Unity built in, okay? So let's begin. So this is saying what happens when the player, this player enters into another box collider. So it's going to go in here. Once when I say watch. So hold up, let me type something. Let's just say we'll go right here. Damage enemy. Okay. And we'll just debug log this, so we know we collided. Has touched, or we'll say damaged enemy. Okay. All right. Let's see what happens. All right, I'm gonna play. Go look at console. Oh, I forget. If I forgot that, if I put if I put is trigger, I'll also go through this collider. So for now, I guess I'll have to take out the rigid body because I don't want it floating. There we go. You could write if you want to write you have to write a separate script to have this enemy ignore the floor so that this will not fly through the floor. But for now, I won't do that. So I'll leave him without the rigid body so that the enemy will be floating. So let's try that one more time. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna try to see. All right, see, right when I enter the enemy, it says, it printed out here, has damaged enemy, and we'll go through one more time. So what it did was, right when I enter this, the enemy box, the two box colliders are colliding, it'll automatically go into player. It'll go down here and call this function right here. It'll take the collider of the enemy, and it'll check the tag of that object. Is it an enemy? Yes, it is. Then it'll go in here and it'll just debug.log and print out that. So in here, for your game, if you want to put, you could put, you know, right when we collide, you could go enemy .hp if you have an HP valuable in there, and then you could go and then just HP minus, you know, like 10 or something. Okay, we could do that. If it's an item, you could just say, you know, item add to, oops, not this one, your own item. Wow, why does it keep doing that? All right, we'll just do it like this. Click away, click back there. You can go to item add to your inventory or something. So this is how you're going to use OnTriggerEnter in your game, how to pick up items, how to damage enemies. You could you could also do another thing. So since your player touched the enemy, so you're probably gonna get damaged yourself. You could go player HP, which is this guy, your own guy. We'll put right here. We'll create a new float. We'll call float private float player HP. We'll say that equal to 10. Okay. Actually, we want to be public, so we want to see this in our Unity, and we'll go here. Player HP minus equals, which is a short way of saying, it's just basically saying player HP equals to player HP minus 10. So it's just a shorter version. I'm lazy, so I'm gonna type this instead. I mean, you can type the full one, but I'll do this instead of 10, we'll put 20 because then he'll technically be, we don't want our player to die or anything like that. So we'll put 20, all right? So let's go back to our thing, your Unity. All right, now let's see what happens. Let's look at player. Let me hold up, let compile. All right, we're good. So as you can see right here, his HP is 20, right? I'll play. Now I'm going to touch the box. See that? Minus 10. And that's how you could use OnTriggerEnter to, you know, damage enemy or damage your player. Whatever you want in your game. All right. Now let's see. Is that it? Yeah, that looks like all I want to show you guys today. If you like this video, you know, a thumbs up would be great. You know, comment, subscribe. Tell me what else you guys want, and I could, you know, start making more videos of for your game. I hope this helped you, and see you guys later.